Eagle-eyed football here, and just some Palace updates for you. So, in the last week, a few things that's been happening, a few of which I'm going to discuss right now for you. So, first things first, obviously, you've seen the thumbnail. Who to buy? There are reports out there saying that we're having discussions. We've got heavy links to three different strikers. But which one should we actually go for? Obviously, we've got Benteke, who's going to be with us for an extra 2 years. But it's good that we're looking beyond that and looking to bolster the squad. So, first name up that's been bandied around is Casper Dolberg. Currently plays for Nice, which shows obviously that he's played under Patrick Vieira before. So this in itself could be a good signing. You know, where the manager's he knows the player. You know, currently valued at £25 million. Wouldn't have said he had the best season with Nice, been the 2 years, scored 17 in 55, which some may say is not a great return for a striker. But you know what? In the Euros, he's been phenomenal. 3 goals in the Euros for Denmark. Very dynamic. Really, really impressed by him. Really, really impressed with him and his performance. So, yeah, that's the first one. The second one, who we'll all probably be aware of, Eddie Nketiah, currently at Arsenal. He's at the last year of his contract, which makes things really, really interesting. Now, he's now unwilling to sign a new contract, and there has been rumours that we're willing to spend £15 million on him, but Arsenal are trying to hold up for 20. Now, obviously, with him on this last year of his contract, he can start talking to clubs from January if he decides not to sign. So, yeah, another interesting proposition. Me personally, I don't feel like I've seen enough goals from him. He works hard, but not enough goals. And it showed that like Arteta started with him at one stage, and then he kind of fell out of favour. You know, for Arsenal in the last campaign, 17 matches, 2 goals. We're already struggling for goals as it is. So we need someone that's going to come in and just fire in all cylinders. You know, which brings me to the last forward that we're linked to. It's Odsonne Edouard from Celtic. Like we were looking at him last year. At the time, he was 25 million. He stayed. Then heavily linked to not Celtic, sorry, Leicester City. But Leicester decided to go in another direction, and it seems like maybe we could actually get him for between 15 and 20 million. Now, Celtic don't want to sell him, which is understandable. But I believe he's actually looking for a new challenge. So this will be a fantastic coup if we could bring a striker like him into the club. Last season, 31 matches, 18 goals. I believe he got about 23 in all competitions. So that when you're talking about goal return, that is something that is that's an amazing return. You know, some may say he's at Celtic, so he should be scoring more, but goals are goals, and it's something that we lack. So down to you guys. Who would you go for? Casper Dolberg, Eddie Nketiah, or Odsonne Edouard, Odsonne Edouard, sorry. Yeah, stick that in the comment section, guys. Who would you sign and why? It'd be very interested to hear your comments and read your comments. In other news, we obviously heard the great news of signing the youngster Michael Olise from Reading, and it turns out he's unfortunately going to be out for 12 weeks, which is devastating news. Kind of raises the question: did we sign him injured? Was it a case where we just took the risk on him, knowing that he's going to be a great talent? Either way, it's just obviously when we're in a position where we're trying to bolster the squad, it's not great that we've got another talent that's going to be on the sidelines. You know, we already got Eze out and many more contract renewals to sort out. So yeah, 12 weeks out. I mean, obviously we wish him a speedy recovery. But at the same time, we don't need to rush because we hope it's not an ongoing. Reports say that it's a back injury, and you don't really want to mess around with a back injury, to be honest. So yeah, whatever it is, whatever the rehab, just take it. Hope he takes his time with it. Him and Eze, and just looking forward to seeing them both when they're both fit. looking forward to that so much. And the last update from Palace recently, the 8 academy youngsters signing professional contracts. So we've got Owen Goodman, got Dan Quick, Cardos Sadiq, Aidan Still, Dylan Thistleton, Noah Watson, Jack Wells Morrison, and Joel Whitworth. Obviously, at the same time, we had quite a few academy players being shown the door as well. Some that are quite surprising as well. So, congratulations to those players, that have signed their first professional contract with the club, and obviously I hope that they continue to thrive, in SE25. So yeah, very, very interesting times for the club at the moment. Obviously, with the Euros now over, it's going to be very interesting to see what happens next, what direction we go as a club, what signings we get, what players we're linked to, and just actually absolutely looking forward to it. Absolutely looking forward to it. So, guys, continue to look out for these updates. Like, share, and subscribe to Eagle Eyed Football. And